Hey, what is up, you guys? My name is Seth. Today we're gonna be talking about some Diablo 4 leaks that was posted on Reddit by the name of Gorelight. He did post this a couple months ago, and now it seems that most of it is true. And we're gonna be talking about the two missing classes that might come out at launch. We're also gonna be talking about some combat system in here that they're trying to implement. There's also the cancellation of Diablo 2 Remastered, and what could be the possibility of when the beta will come out for Diablo 4. I'm gonna be reading them and maybe throw some stuff in there just to kind of give you guys some insight and maybe make it more clear. Though do take in that not all of this could be true. It is just a leak and anyone could have done this. But honestly, this guy seems pretty reliable, and I want you guys to know more of what Diablo 4 may be all about. I'm not going to be reading the whole thing in there, since some of these I have mentioned already in my past video. And if you haven't yet, I do recommend you watching them before this video, or maybe after this video is done, just so you know a lot more of what is going on. Okay, so starting with the three classes, we were given the Barbarian, the Sorceress, and the Druid. But since that was the only thing that was released, but we don't know the other two classes, and that's where I will let you guys know. I will be posting this post down below in the description if you want to read it yourself. And in here, Gorelight stated that the Paladin, Barbarian, Sorcerer, Amazon, and Druid are planned for launch, with more coming later. Blizzard wants people to feel like this is Diablo 2 all over again, but in a complete new era of the franchise. Blizzard were also debating whether to include the Druid or the Necromancer class at launch of Diablo 4. Blizzard decided to put the Druid for launch of Diablo 4 and Necromancer for later, since the Necromancer was released already for Diablo 3. And yeah, okay, that makes sense. People were also speculating that the Witch Doctor could be out, just because of the weapons that was presented to us. I'm going to be showing it down below. This image is official, but I just want to let you know that again, that since it hasn't really come out yet, things may subject to change. Just down below the shield, there's like a dagger, and right beside it, there's like a dead bird with a purple aura, or it could be a soul, I don't really know. That kind of gear, to me, it really gives off like a Witch Doctor vibe, maybe even like a Necromancer. Just because usually those are the classes that mainly use daggers, and yeah, you know, like sometimes you'll probably see like other classes with daggers as well, but since that dead bird could honestly be like a secondary gear or like an offhand gear, it really just seems to fit like a Necromancer or a Witch Doctor. And Gorelight also says that the Paladin will be available at launch, and I guess that may also make sense, just because looking back to the weaponry here, if you look at the right side, there's like just like right beside the lightning staff, it looks like a spear or like some type of javelin, but I'm not really too sure of what that weapon is. And but if you guys have any questions below or any comments regarding to the weapons here, or for what it could be or whatever, just let me know down in the description below. And then we're gonna be talking about the combo system here. So Gorelight stated that the combo system was created to evolve combat for the Diablo franchise. Blizzard wanted to make sure that if they're going dark and gritty, the combat had to be dark and gritty as well. And here he also stated the combat system will have combos. You will be able to use a combination of skills in succession to do more damage or create larger area of effect attacks. As a Barbarian, you can chain pull into an enemy and then jump over them, and then you have a choice of either throwing them into another demon, or grabbing them and pummeling them into the ground with your bare hands, or simply stunning the target and then use an execution move to chop their head off. You can only do execution moves when the enemy is near death. So pretty straightforward. I think that's pretty cool though. The execution move does not work. I'm pretty sure the execution move is not going to work on bosses or mini bosses. I think it's technically should be intended for weaker enemies. Maybe there might be some enemies that might be immune to that stuff. I don't really know yet. And another thing here that I want to discuss, the Diablo 2 remake / remaster was planned, but they later realized that it would be much better to give the franchise a complete reset and put majority of the fans' requests into one giant package. So nothing really much to say, but although they did mention that there were multiple Diablo game developments, since now they took away the Diablo 2 remaster. I think there's the Diablo for mobile. I think it's called Diablo Immortal, which we don't really have an exact date on release just yet. But on February 21st of 2019, NetEase's CFO stated that the game was technically ready, and they wanted to do a 2019 release, but Blizzard is kind of the one that's calling the shot of when it will be released. And then obviously, of course, we have Diablo 4 coming out. In here, it also says that Blizzard will be treating Diablo 4 as a reboot of the franchise. Those who wanted a Diablo 2 remake and a brand new Diablo game will be pleased. Basically, it's a combination of both made for the modern era. Best way to think of this is the latest God of War that was released in April. Also here it says Blizzard are happy with the many systems and improvements they've made over the course of Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls, such as the Kunai's Cube, the wardrobe loadouts, seasonal journeys, rifts or greater rifts, and so on. So pretty much these will be heading their way to Diablo 4, and you'll probably see this at launch. And that's pretty much all I have to say. Just so you guys know, I will be dropping this down in the description below if you want to read it yourself. If you have any questions or anything at all, just let me know down in the description below. Maybe I can try and help out. That will be everything, and I will see you guys in the next video.